Killer, subscribe to the channel. You know what it is. Yo, first of all, I'm not home. I'm out in Indiana visiting some family and stuff. So shout out to them. Yo, this blog, we got the exclusive. We know why Daylyt is not battling King Los. But I'm going to get into that in a minute. Let's talk about the matchup. We got the Wolf. We got Head Ice versus King Los. And what do I think about the late change and how, how it's going to work? First of all, Head Ice, I know, I've heard him say it before in different interviews or whatever. He only needs like 2 weeks to prepare for a battle. You know what I'm saying? And a guy like King Los, a lot of his rapping or battle rap career is on cam. So the material is out there. You give Head Ice 3 weeks to prepare, shade over 3 weeks, he could have some good material for King Los. It's not like if King Los is not known. It's not like if people don't know who King Los is, and he could say some relevant stuff that people could connect to. King Los, he comes from the battle rap cloth. He hasn't done it in a while. He's been in the, the rap game and all that. But if you look at King Los, any video, the guy could freestyle for like 10, 15 minutes. Long, just off the top of his head. Now, again, you don't want King Los freestyling in a battle. You want some writtens. But I'm sure King Los is going to be able to rap his way out of a choke or a stumble. He's going to be able to keep going. He looks like if he only needs a day to prepare for anybody. You know what I mean? He looks like if he has that kind of, almost like DNA, where he could just sit down, write for somebody, and he got it the first time around. And then, you know what I'm saying, he's just spitting it like that. It's his profession. He's perfected it. So as far as the matchup come August 18th, I don't think there's going to be a problem with the battle. I think that the battle is going to be fine. You got two professional dudes looking forward to go at it. Now, as far as the card and, the RBE perspective, and again, I don't have Daylyt's perspective, so I'm just going to talk from my perspective as a fan and Daylyt. Now, as far as RBE's perspective, they're professionals, they're fans, they're spending a lot of money on this card. This card is technically going to be one of the best cards of the year. This was like the matchup just below the main event, the if you want to call it the sub-main event, and you don't want no bullshit with your sub-main event. Sometimes your sub-main event end up being the main event battle. It end up being the best battle. So you want that battle to be right. You know what I'm saying? So I think RBE represents a fan that has a platform that loves the culture just as much as any other battle rap fan. And they want to put on the best possible material for their fans. And clearly, there was some communication issues between Daylyt and RBE. And they're at a point now where they're not trying to play with this card. And that needs to be respected. I'm going to keep it 100% funky. That needs to be respected because as a fan, I don't want to show up and they're like, oh, Daylyt's not here or there was some complications or something. I don't want to hear all of that. At least I know that they're trying to make sure that we get the best card possible. Now, could they have delivered the information better? Possible. But there's so much bloggers. There's so many people out for a story. You know what I'm saying? I think as bloggers, we can get information. We can surf the net. We could DM somebody. We could post something in a Facebook group. Everybody's available. Daylyt could be available. All that stuff. People is available to talk. So here's my perspective as a fan and from a business standpoint. If you worked for a company and that company has some rules and regulations, in order for you to get paid, you're going to follow the rules and regulations to get paid, right? You're not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, handle my register, drive my truck, do whatever, and expect to get paid. You're going to follow the company guidelines, policies, and procedures. If the company gives you a company phone, that means you answer that phone. Even if you're not at work, if you have a salary job, you're a manager, you answer that phone. because that's what the company is paying you to be available. That's why they give you a free company phone. You can't expect to get paid by a company that has a contract with you if you do not hold up your end of the bargain. Now, fast forward to a Daylyt situation where, you know, there's a contract. There is stipulations in the contract. Again, I'm not going to say exactly I know the exact pinpoint reason or what tipped the Rare Breed Entertainment over the top. I'll leave that for them to discuss. But obviously, there is a breach of the contract. There's an understanding that is put forth in the contract. And if those requests or those stipulations are not met, I have no problem with the business making a decision with the employee at the time. And if you're an employee and you want to get paid, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a battle rapper, forget about being an employee. If you're a battle rapper, your entire business is built off of you communicating with leagues so that you can get paid, whether it be through emails, phone, in person. That's your business. When your phone rings, when your email goes off, when you get a text message, your business is to get back to them. If you're too busy to get back to them, hire somebody, hire a publicist, hire a manager, hire somebody that can speak on your behalf so you don't mess up the bag. Dudes got to stop messing up the bruh. You cannot mess up the bag. So that's what's going on. That's the exclusive right there. You know, people got to honor their contract, and I salute a league that is not going to disappoint the fans the day of and say, oh, this battle ain't going down. Or we had a complication, and they knew stuff was coming. RBE been doing this for a while. They've been working with battlers for a while. They get a feeling. They get it. You know how you have a gut feeling? You get a, oh, no, I ain't trying to feel this, so we're going to do this. They've been around the block enough where they're like, hey, I'm not playing around with anybody. This is how we doing business, and respect their gangster. It's their money. At the end of the day, it's their money. You know what I'm saying? And it's the fans that's investing into that company to get a product. So, Mad Dog Killer Son, yo, subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I apologize for me not being able to put it together the way I want, but I had to get this information out. Yo, salute to your boy.